So, anybody that's made a biryani will know that it can be quite a laborious task. Restaurants do not have time to make individual biryanis, as you see from the menu. Lamb biryani, prawn biryani, veg biryani, etc, etc. So restaurants do not have time to make individual biryani. So this is my restaurant inspired biryani, which is essentially fried rice with a little bit of a twist. So let's start with 2 tablespoons of oil. Let's let that heat up. Oil's heated. Let's add 2 really quite small onions, very finely chopped for speed of frying. Let's saute those, we'll come back. So the onions are starting to brown after a couple of minutes. 2 teaspoons or a dessert spoon of ginger and garlic paste. Give it a good stir, sizzle it off. So this particular dish I'm making is a prawn biryani. Feel free to use pre-cooked meat of your choice, fish, unlimited. So we have about 230 grams of pre-cooked prawns there. So it's a small supermarket packet. No need for anything exotic. This is British Indian restaurant style biryani at least. So feel free to adapt accordingly. And we're just going to mix all that and make sure everything's well heated up. So nicely heated. I like to move my ingredients. Next we're going to add a dessert spoon of tomato puree, about tripled with water. A little bit watery, that's fine, because we want a little bit of moisture left. You'll see why in a moment. I'm just going to sizzle that off a bit. Now what we're going to do, this is the spice mix that I'm using. I'm using a packet of Shah Sindhi biryani mix. This is half a packet here. Not 1 packet, but half. Don't want to over spice it. And again, we're just going to stir that, let it come to a good sizzle, cook those spices and tomato out. That's starting to sizzle, nice high heat. So I'm not a big fan of pre-manufactured sauces, spices, but the Shah, it's just got an amazing flavour. Really, really pretty addictive. And feel free to adapt. If you want to make anything more earthy, you know, put whatever spices you want in. But the Shah is just really big shortcut, and I taste it in a lot of restaurants when I order a biryani. So we just want to sizzle that off now, almost Boona style prawns there. Come to a nice boil, you really smell that Shah, or Shan actually, spice mix. Just going to add a couple of dollops, not too much of yogurt. Next I'm going to use a small handful of freshly chopped coriander leaf. I want to add it in early so it equally distributes, and just wilt that off a little bit. So this is where the dish becomes interesting. So what I've done, I've got some basmati rice here, some good quality rice as always, and I've boiled it down with some peas. I boiled it for about 6 minutes, and always use next day rice to make biryani. If you use rice that's hot, it'll turn mushy, it'll break up. So you can see this is fully cooled down. When I say next day rice, it's a popular term in Asia, but actually I cooked this a couple of hours ago, but it's fully cooled down and very separate, and I just added some peas there. Now you can add the you can turn the heat down now to a minimum. That's fine. We're just going to give that a stir. We'll have a look what that looks like when we come back. So be delicate and just fold it in. Don't want to break those nice long rice grains up. So you can see the rice, it's fully cooled down with the peas, additional just for that green, you know, little extra something. Still all really separate, and this is optional. You know, authentic biryani will have dried crispy fried onions in, and I'm just going to give that a little bit of a fold in. Don't stir it too vigorously, and I've got that on a minimum heat now. We're going to let it come to the boil. Well, come to the boil, we're going to let it heat up. So just like that, So we'll come back in a moment. So there we have it. That was about 40 seconds later. Just let everything come to a nice temperature, and obviously enough for 2, possibly 3 people. As simple as that. Feel free to experiment with the recipe. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.